Welcome to Lagniappe, a program about events, issues, and people. I'm Cory Crowe, and I'm joined today by Dr. Mark Ross Clark, professor of music and theater at the University of Louisiana Monroe. We're talking today about a new production of Treasure Island. Dr. Clark, thanks for joining us today on Lagniappe.
Thank you, Cory. Great to be here.
Well, I want to ask you a little bit about this. You were telling me this is a new adaptation of the old Robert Louis Stevenson story that I think many of us know. And you saw this while you were in the London area over the summer.
Yes, Cory. Actually, it was last December, and I was invited to go to a production at the University of Surrey, which is outside London. And so I just went to see these university students do this production. I'd seen Treasure Island many times. I read the book when I was young. And so I was thinking, another Treasure Island sort of play. But actually, this was a brand new adaptation, which was very fresh, new. It had just been written for the National Theater in London a couple years before that. So I loved it. The story was there, but also the characters were more fleshed out. They were more humorous. It was a witty script, very clever, fun, there was a lot of interaction between the characters, and I thought, well, we've got to do that at ULM. So we're really probably one of the first universities in the country to do this adaptation of this particular production.
I found it interesting. You said you were over in England working on an opera program, trying to get something going.
Yes, we started an opera program last June, and we had actually American students come over from the U.S., but we also had one student from Australia, and we had students from the U.K. as well, working together, learning together, and we basically had space at the University of Surrey, which was terrific to be able to put it all together, a 2-week program.
Now, you told me that this is a new version. If I remember the story right, I remember there being a treasure map.
Right. There's got to be a treasure map.
And you had to follow the treasure map.
Yes. Who's got the map? Where does it go? Who ends up with it? Is the treasure found? What happens with all of that? There's a mutiny on the ship at the end of the first act. I hope I didn't give too much away, but I think everyone knows the story pretty much. But it's a great adaptation, and it's just fun. It moves very, very quickly, and it's just very fast.
You told me the writer of this is a feminist, and there are some differences between maybe what we know and this version that has some more female characters.
Right. Well, Byron E. Lavery wrote this a couple of years ago, and Lavery is known as actually the playwright who wrote Frozen, the original play Frozen in 1998, the way before the animation. So she did some research and found out there are women pirates too. So there we have, very diverse pirate group, which is authentic and more up to date as well.
You know, it's a good week for this too, because yesterday was International Talk Like a Pirate Day.
Was it really?
Yes, it was.
Wow.
There you go. September 19th every year.
Oh, wow.
I know that because my birthday is September 20th, so that's how I know that every year.
Yeah.
And no, I forgot to talk like a pirate all day long yesterday. I want to ask a little bit about some of the characters. Long John Silver's in this thing, and he's not a nice guy, is he?
No, he's not. He's still has one leg, and he's not a nice guy, but he's very funny. So it's a little bit like Captain Hook and Peter Pan, the Cyril Richard original Captain Hook with Peter Pan just has a lot of charm to him in a dark way. But very fun. We have a lot of characters in this, and we have a number of actors who play more than one character. So it shows our versatility And also everyone is speaking in a English accent, kind of a Cockney accent, which is I give them a lot of credit. And we've rehearsed this in 4 weeks, put it together. It's amazing.
You also are doing this at ULM's Spyker Theater.
Right.
Tell me about the show times and the dates. When do you guys open?
Well, we open tomorrow night, actually, at 7:30, and we continue Friday night, the 22nd, and the 23rd, Saturday night, also at 7:30, and then finally we have a matinee on the 24th, Sunday at 2 p.m. in the Spyker Theater. It's a small, intimate space. You can hear everyone well. They don't need microphones, and it's a perfect space for theater.
Now, do I need to buy my ticket at the door, or do I do that online? How does that work?
Yeah, you can do either. Eventbrite.com. Brite is B-R-I-T-E, eventbrite.com. You can get your tickets that way, or you can buy the tickets at the door.
And I understand you're already working on the next big thing. Tell me what's coming up in November for theater.
We've been actually rehearsing already Speed Dating Tonight, which is actually an opera. It's written by Michael Ching, a friend of mine from Iowa. And it's a fast-moving play about speed dating. We actually chose the songs ourselves out of a catalog of 200 that are available for the show. We've created our own show.